Hobbies. We all have them, whether it's gaming, an instrument, a sport, or even making dumb little animations for the internet. But for me, it's a bit different. I kinda mentioned it in my intro video, but I wanted to dive deeper into how I obsess over things. Throughout my childhood, I would always find things that I liked and do nothing but live for that thing for the next little while. Some things I only liked for like a day, and others lasted through my entire life. So I decided to split them into 3 categories, from least to most long-lasting. I think I was like 10 when I read all the Dogman comics, and I tried to make one for myself about these like superhero fish, but I only stayed committed for like 2 days and then gave up. Also, when I was like 7 or 8, I spent like a week drawing these dragons in like an old sketchbook, but be warned, they're not very good. Okay, so these were obsessions that I kind of held on to a little bit longer. When I was like 11, I had a phase where I would collect these shofars, which are pretty much just animal horns, which have a hole at the end so they work like a trumpet. I also got really into like kung fu or something, and I became Bruce Lee's biggest fan. And I would like go around attacking my friends without warning all the time. If you're my neighbor, oof, sorry, my bad. Oh my gosh, I feel like such a homeschool kid right now. So I got really into like primitive building, and I built like stuff out of like mud and like mud houses. Yeah, again, weird kid, okay? Also, I got really into like flipping and gymnastics, and I think I got pretty good at it actually. You know, I could do some pretty decent stuff. I'll do a backflip at 100 subs, so yeah, subscribe to see that. Okay, now we go on to the pillars of my existence. The islands of personality, if you will. Being the oldest son, with a 4-year gap between me and my sister Beth, I was often left to like entertain myself. For example, like I made up an entire like plant warrior world with like fighting to protect their kingdoms, with like backstories and politics for each like individual kingdom, with like a hierarchy. Yeah, no, I spent like 10 years of my life like dedicated to this game that I made up for myself just to play with like leaves and grass. Again, very weird kid, okay? Also, I've loved Lego for as long as I can remember. And can I just say, Lego is a very expensive hobby. If I were to resell all the Lego I've ever bought and been given throughout my life, I mean, I might almost be out of debt. Subscribe for help. I've also always loved music, and it will always hold a special place in my life. At the moment, I'm in the church band as a keyboard player, singer, occasionally drummer, and I can play a little bit of guitar. And shofar, if that counts. As a young little fella, I love to write songs and music. Now that I'm older and I have a bit more rhythm, I think I'm pretty good at what I do. Hello, thank you for watching the video, and welcome to the end card. Thank you to my editor, as always, That Boy Z, for editing the video. I really appreciate y'all watching to the end of the video, because this was really hard. It took me a really long time. I tried to kind of change up the style of my video, because yeah, I wanted to try and make it more in-depth, a bit more personal. So yeah, it was a bit of a step out of my comfort zone, but if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments. So thanks again for watching, and hasta la vista.